Hello friends, once again I am Professor N. Jadhav. Welcome you all into the class of chemistry. Friends, in our last lecture we are going to complete the last point of our electrochemistry topic, and after this last point electrochemistry chapter is over. Now from this lecture we are going to move towards a new point of our syllabus, a new subtopic of our syllabus, and the name of that topic is nothing but corrosion. So let us start the concept of corrosion. If we see the syllabus of our chemistry subject, then we will going to well understand that the maximum weightage in our syllabus is going to this topic, because in semester exam most of the questions are going to ask on these topics, so that the corrosion part is very important. विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, इलेक्ट्रोकेमिस्ट्री या चॅप्टरचा भाग संपल्यानंतर आज आपण कोरोजन या चॅप्टरला सुरुवात करणार आहोत. आता कोरोजन हा शब्द तुम्हाला नवीन आहे किंवा इयत्ता 10वी मध्ये याचा थोडासा पार्ट तुम्ही बघितलेला असेल. थोडक्यात कोरोजन म्हणजे काय तर गंजणे. आता आपण ज्यावेळेस आपल्या सराउंडिंगला वेगवेगळ्या वस्तू पाहतो त्यावेळेस आपल्याला त्या वस्तूंपैकी काही वस्तू गंजलेल्या दिसतात, काही वस्तूंचा रंग हा काहीसा बदल झालेला दिसतोय. रंग बदल झालेला दिसतोय म्हणजेच काय तर समजा आजूबाजूला असणाऱ्या वस्तूंपैकी काही वस्तू या आपल्याला मेटल फॉर्म मध्ये दिसतात, म्हणजेच धातूच्या स्वरूपात दिसतात. आणि आपल्याला माहित आहे ज्यावेळेस ॲटमॉस्फेरिक कंडिशन्स बदलतात, म्हणजेच एका सीझनच्या नंतर दुसरा सीझन येतो, दुसऱ्याच्या नंतर तिसरा सीझन येतो, अशा वेगवेगळ्या सीझन मध्ये त्याच धातूच्या वस्तूंमध्ये काहीशे बदल झालेले पाहायला मिळतात. समजा आपण जर आयर्नची वस्तू घेतली, म्हणजेच लोखंडाची कोणतीही वस्तू घेतली आणि ती वस्तू जर ॲटमॉस्फेरिक कंडिशनला ठेवली तर पावसाळ्याच्या दिवसामध्ये ज्यावेळेस रेनड्रॉप्स होतात, पाऊस पडतो, त्यावेळेस त्या रेनचे असणारे जे ड्रॉप्स आहेत त्या लोखंडावरती जमा होतात आणि त्या ठिकाणचं जे लोखंड आहे ते गंजलेलं दिसतं, त्याच्यावर एक रेडिश कलर आपल्याला तयार झालेला दिसतो. मग हे असं का होतं? किंवा त्याच्या पुढचं एखादं उदाहरण बघायचं झालं तर डेली लाईफ मध्ये आपण ज्यावेळेस घरामध्ये काही फ्रुट्स आणतो, त्या फ्रुट्स पैकीच ज्यावेळेस आपण सफरचंद आणतो आणि त्या सफरचंदाचे 2 काप करतो, ते कट करतो, काही वेळानंतर एक फोड जी आहे ते आपण खातो आणि एखादी फोड जर शिल्लक असेल तर त्या सफरचंदावरती आपल्याला एक रेडिश ब्राऊन कलर तयार झालेला दिसतो. तर तो रेडिश ब्राऊन कलर का तयार होतो याचं उत्तर आपल्याला या कोरोजन नावाच्या कन्सेप्ट मधून भेटणार. मग या लेक्चरला आपण कोरोजन म्हणजे काय, कोरोजनचे वेगवेगळे प्रकार कोणते, त्याचं मेकॅनिझम कोणतं, किंवा या कोरोजनला कंट्रोल करण्यासाठी प्रिव्हेंट करण्यासाठी कोणत्या मेथड्स आहेत हे आपण बघणार आहे. तर सुरुवात करूयात. सुरुवातीला आपल्याला माहित पाहिजे की कोरोजन हा कन्सेप्ट मेटलशी आधारित आहे. नाउ अगेन क्वेश्चन इज arises that what is meant by metal? So the metal is nothing but any substance which can shows metallic characteristics or metallic properties, then such a substance is called as metal. For example, in our periodic table there are the n number of metals present in d block element. D block element particularly contain most of the metallic element, or these block contain element are shows metallic properties, and due to that reason we have to gain maximum metals from this D block. So that in case of D block of periodic table we have to observe metals. Metals are nothing but the substance which can shows the metallic property, then this is called as metal. After that, in our topic we are going to understand the different concepts, and that concepts are nothing but at first we are going to understand the introductory part, means introduction of this topic. Later on that, definition of corrosion, Along with this definition, we will also going to understand the examples of corrosion. Later one that types of films observed after the corrosion on surface of metal. Later one that different types of corrosion, and after these 4 points we will move towards the mechanism of corrosion. विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, अशा प्रकारचे वेगवेगळे पॉइंट्स आपल्याला बघितल्यानंतर कोरोजन ही कन्सेप्ट काय आहे ते व्यवस्थितपणे लक्षात येईल. सुरुवातीला आपण बघूया कोरोजन म्हणजे काय. सो कोरोजन इज नथिंग बट इट इज वन ऑफ द process and in that process what happen, decay or destruction of metal take place. Decay or destruction of metal take place. Now question is again arises that what is meant by decay or what is meant by destruction. Friends, when any metal come in contact with atmospheric air or in atmosphere, at that time this metal comes in contact with different gases present in atmosphere, and these gases are attacked on the surface of metal, and due to that attack these metals get corroded. And this whole process is nothing but the process of corrosion. So that corrosion is nothing but the process of decay or destruction of metal due to the chemical attack or electrochemical attack in our surrounding. Then such a type of process is nothing but this one is corrosion. Now friends, this corrosion process will be forms in different metals, and that process observed on different metals. And before going to observe that process, we know that except noble elements, what is meant by noble element we will going to well observe in the last lecture of periodic tables. Most of the metals we observe into the combined form. Now combined forms means it is a combination of metal and their oxides. Suppose that here if we are going to give aluminium metal, then we have to obtain Al2O3. This is nothing but their oxides. So most of the metals are observed in combined state, and during the extraction process of this metal, their metallic state is reduced from their ore state. This metallic state is reduced from their ore state. Now when it is extracted or when it is come in that stage, at that time it is come in contact with atmospheric gases, and that gases are nothing but, we know that the different gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide. These are the different types of gases is present in trace or maximum amount in our nature. And when this metal is come in contact with that gases, at that time the corrosion of that metal will be take place. Now The best example of corrosion is nothing but the rusting of iron. The rusting of iron. Now we will well understand the process of corrosion. Corrosion is nothing but it is the process of decay or destruction of metal, and the example of this corrosion is nothing but rusting of आयर्न. विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, ज्यावेळेस आपण आपल्या घराच्या आजूबाजूला काही लोखंड असेल, लोखंडाचे खिळे असतील किंवा समजा आपली लहानपणीची सायकल असेल तर त्या सायकलीवरती ज्यावेळेस रेनड्रॉप्स पडतात किंवा ओपन एन्व्हायरमेंट मध्ये त्या सायकलीचा कॉन्टॅक्ट येतो त्यावेळेस ॲटमॉस्फिअर मध्ये असलेले गॅसेस आणि त्या लोखंड असेल किंवा खिळा असेल किंवा सायकल असेल त्याच्याशी त्यांचे रिॲक्शन होऊन आपल्याला रस्टिंग ऑफ आयर्न झालेलं पाहायला भेटतं. आता रस्टिंग म्हणजे काय होतं तर Fe3O4 चा रेडिश कलरचा लेयर आपल्याला त्याच्यावरती तयार झालेला भेटतो आणि तोच रेडिश कलरचा लेयर आपल्याला पावडर फॉर्म मध्ये सुद्धा ऑब्झर्व होतो. आणि ज्यावेळेस ही प्रोसेस होते त्यावेळेस ते जे आयर्न असेल ते आयर्न आपल्याला त्याची जी हार्डनेस आहे तो हार्डनेस जो आहे तो हार्डनेस डिक्रीज झालेला पाहायला मिळतो. हार्डनेस डिक्रीज म्हणजेच वीक फॉर्म ऑफ मेटल वी ऑब्झर्व. वीक फॉर्म ऑफ मेटल वी ऑब्झर्व. So finally corrosion is nothing but decay or destruction of metal, and it is observed when the metal is come in contact with atmospheric gases. At that time, chemical or electrochemical attack of these gases will be take place on the surface of that metal, and the whole process is very slow. But the disadvantages are these process is very dangerous to the metal. So this is all about the definition or introductory part of our corrosion topic. Now, on the basis of corrosion medium, the corrosion is divided into two different types of corrosion. Now, on the basis of corrosion medium, corrosion is divided into two different types. Corrosion is divided into two different types. First one is nothing but atmospheric corrosion, and second one is nothing but immersed corrosion. Immersed corrosion. Now, the atmospheric corrosion is also called as direct chemical corrosion. Direct chemical corrosion, while the immersed corrosion is called as electrochemical corrosion. Chemical corrosion. These are the another names of atmospheric corrosion and immersed corrosion. Friends, again this atmospheric corrosion is also called as dry corrosion, while the immersed corrosion is called as wet corrosion. The wet corrosion. Now again the question arises that what is meant by atmospheric corrosion and what is meant by immersed corrosion or wet corrosion. So let us see the types of corrosion one by one. Now at first, atmospheric corrosion. This corrosion is also called as direct chemical corrosion. Direct chemical corrosion or dry corrosion Now, definition of this corrosion is very simple. In this type of corrosion, again the metal get corroded. This corrosion is due to the decay or destruction of metal, and this decay or destruction is followed by due to the atmospheric gases, and that's gases are nothing but oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide. The different types of gases are come in contact with metal, then the metal get corroded, and that process is nothing but atmospheric corrosion. The atmospheric corrosion is also called as direct chemical corrosion or dry corrosion. The rate of this type of corrosion is faster in humid area, means the area where the quantity of liquid or water will be observed, and it is also faster in case of industrial area, because we know that in chemical industry or different types of industries, the large number of gases will be removed from their processes, and these gases are came in contact with metal, and due to that reason we observe maximum rate in that type of corrosion. So that on the basis of different rate of corrosion, the atmospheric corrosion is again divided into two different types. The atmospheric corrosion is again divided into two different types, and the first type is nothing but corrosion due to the oxygen, and second type is nothing but corrosion due to the other gases. These are the two different points we will going to observe on atmospheric corrosion. So that in our today's lecture we will going to stop here, but before going to stop, just revise points. Corrosion is nothing but it is a process of decay or destruction of metal when it is come in contact with atmospheric gases. Now there are different types of corrosion is nothing but atmospheric corrosion. This atmospheric is also called as direct chemical corrosion or also called as dry corrosion, and that atmospheric corrosion is again divided into two different types. First type is nothing but corrosion due to the oxygen, and this type is also called as oxidation corrosion, and corrosion due to the other gases. So that these two points we will going to understand in our next lecture. So for today's lecture we will going to stop here. Thank you very much.